Hello makeup artists, hairstylists, and wedding planners. Miguel Stapleton here from IMA, Institute of Makeup Artistry. I'm here today to make your life really easy when you're dealing with beauty schedules for your bride and for your beauty team. Beauty schedules for brides are never really one draft and publish. There's usually a little bit of back and forth between the bride and yourself. Sometimes there can be new guests that want hair and makeup. Some people cancel. Times change. It's a complicated game of Tetris, I get it. Well, you're going to show your best clients that this is not your first rodeo. We're going to be using WedSched to create a schedule for hair and makeup to make sure that on your client's wedding day, there's no artist waiting around for another artist to finish their job, and we can minimize waiting time between hair and makeup for clients so they don't have to wait around too much either. We can make this a very simple schedule, or we can make it as intricate as you like according to your client's needs. So today I'm doing a beauty schedule for a bride called Mary Smith. She's getting married on October 10th, 2026 at the Hilton Resort in the Algarve. She's got 3 bridesmaids and they're all gonna want hair and makeup. So I know they all have to be ready at 3 p.m. and I was given the hairstylist's phone number. I reached out to the hairstylist Anna, who I have never met, just to ask her how long she would like to take care of the bride's hair and also how long she wants to do hair on each bridesmaid. She quickly replied that she would like 1 hour and a half for the bride and 1 hour for each bridesmaid, just like me. So I'm here in my WedSched accounts and I'm gonna start by adding a logo. This is a logo I had before and now I want the fresh face logo. Here it is. So let's fill in some info on the bride. So her name is Mary Smith. She's gotta be ready by 3 p.m. This is October 10th, 2026. Hilton Resort Algarve. There you go. 90 minutes for the bride's makeup, 90 minutes for the bride's hair. This is, girl, I want a little bit more time than this. There you go. And this is me, and this is the hairstylist. So now if we move down here, we automatically have 15 minutes for touch-ups so that she's ready at 3 p.m. Dressed, touched up, everything. And down here in our unscheduled clients box, we have our little play blocks. So arrival and setup is not a client, but we can drag it over here. We always have 15 minutes. You can add more. So we could do 20 minutes, or we could change the name of this. We could change the color, whatever you like. But for now, we're just gonna leave it as is. And we're gonna throw this all the way up there, because we don't know when we're arriving yet. We're doing the math the other way around. So I don't want to rush my bride, so I'm not going to put her here last. Also, because I want to give her some time to get dressed. So I'm going to give her 1 hour, so that's just enough time for me to take care of another guest. So 15 minutes, 15 minutes, 15 minutes, 15 minutes, and here is 1 hour. And Anna told me that she would like to take care of the hair before that. There you go. And if you want to get rid of this unscheduled clients box, you could just make it empty, throw this up here, and we're fine. So now we want some guests. So Mary has 3 bridesmaids. So we go here to add guest. And there's 2 ways of doing this. We could add one at a time. So let's do Ruby. She wants makeup and hairstyling, and add guest. And here we go. We got 2 building blocks. So put Ruby over here, let's say, and the makeup over here. And that way we could get our makeup and hair done quite late. Of course, we don't have to add one by one. We could also go here to multiple guests. So what we're gonna do here is add them like this. Alice, comma, there's no space required. So Alice, Christine, Tamara, and automatically we've got hair and makeup. If they're only having one service, you could just delete it right here. So let's do this Tetris again. Christine, let's say she goes over here. She could have her hair right before that. We could even reduce her waiting time between one service and another. Tamara can have her hair done over here. And well, sorry Tamara, you've got a small team, so you're gonna have to wait a little while between hair and makeup, like that. Now we'll do hair for Alice, and right after that, makeup for Alice. Okay, so now we could drag this over here. So I'm arriving at 9 a.m. to get my kits in order, and Anna is arriving for setup at 8 a.m. You'll notice that there's quite a bit of space over here. And this is just very useless space that's occupying and making our schedule a little ugly. If we wanted more time, we can always add time over here. So we could see now it's up to 4:30 a.m. But if we want to delete time, we could just hit crop. So this crop button right here, and we get rid of all of the extra time. We've just got a little bit of margin over here, and we could save. So let's export. I like to export as a JPEG because that way I could just send it via WhatsApp to my bride and she'll see it in 2 seconds. And this is what it looks like. So very pretty, very simple, and this is obviously a very simple schedule. So let's say after the first version, the moms got a little excited here, so they want hair and makeup too now. So add guest, multiple guests, Ashley Turner is the mother of the groom, and Sylvie, okay, that's how you spell it, Smith, that's the mother of the bride. Add guests. Okay, so I am predicting that this is going to be a little bit chaotic. So I think we have to make our team a little bit larger. So I'm going to start by adding my trusty fellow makeup artist, Lola. And she is a makeup artist. Add artist. Okay, let's put her here by me, drag her to the side. And Anna hired her coworker, Sally, who is a hairstylist. And there we go. Okay, so now we can make this whole timeline a little bit shorter. Let's just start by throwing this in there. So makeup right here, hair right here, makeup right here, hair right here. All right, let's do this. Now let's create some of these for the extra artists. So we'll just duplicate and duplicate. Drag this guy over here, drag this guy over here, make it all nice and pretty. Same thing for this one, duplicate and duplicate. Drag them over here and drag them down there. Okay, this seems fair. Let's crop again, export schedule, and here we go. So this is the second version. Let me send that over to Mary and see what she thinks. All right, so our job just got a little bit harder. So now, apart from the bride's room, there's also 7 guests at the Conrad nearby that are gonna need hair and makeup. So we got another makeup artist and another hairstylist for another location. So let's get to it. Let's add those 2 other artists. We've got Teresa for makeup, and we've got Tanya for hairstyling. Let's take these guys over here. Great, because this is going to be another location. So let's add the guests. Here they are, 7 of them. Good luck, ladies. So these ladies aren't actually at the venue, so we've got to save some extra time for them to actually make the trip into Hilton. We'll do some touch-ups around this time. Here we go, we've got our limit here. And I think we could just do it like this. Crisscross applesauce. Okay, so here's an uncomfortable situation, and this happens a lot. That's why it's totally useless to just have one schedule for hair or one schedule for makeup. We actually have to do both so we could do the Tetris. So here, it's gonna be really tough for Teresa to be using the eyelash curler while Tanya doing the blow drying. So now we have the knowledge that they're gonna have to do this at the same time. So instead of having 1 hour, we could do 1 hour and a half. So let's make that 90 minutes. 90 minutes. Okay, bring it up here. All right, Teresa and Tanya are gonna have to get up really early here. You know what? Let's add more artists. Put it over here. And Susan, who's excess. And put it over here. All right. So now let's distribute these ladies a little bit better. And we'll just make life easier on our team, right? That works out just fine. Let's add 4 arrival and setup blocks. Okay, here we go. final touch-ups, duplicate and duplicate. All right, that looks good. But now it's quite confusing because we've got so many artists and we don't know who is where. So let's just crop this again to get rid of this extra space. That looks great. And now we'll set location. So I know that Teresa, Rita, Susan, and Tanya are going to be at one location and the rest is going to be at another location. So that's done. These artists are going to be at Conrad, Algarve, and these are going to be at Hilton, Algarve. And so this is a much more complicated schedule. Let me save that before that goes to waste. Overwrite, yes, all right, and export. And here's the final result. If you think WedSched can make your life a little bit easier, you could head to the Apple Store and download it on your iPhone. You could use the app on your phone. I think it's a little bit better on a desktop. It's easier to work with, but signing up is done through the actual iPhone app. So if you think this could be useful, you're welcome to head over there and take a look. If you have any tips for me on how I can make this more useful, please let me know in the comments. Happy scheduling.